right, so today we're gonna take fractions and we're gonna make mixed numbers into fractions. Okay, so we'll go over what a mixed number is. What is a mixed number? Gianluca.
A number that mixed with different numbers, like in a problem.
Okay, I need a better example. Yes.
It's a higher number than the denominator.
Okay. Let me put a. This was one of our vocabulary words, so it's something you guys should definitely know, especially since it's on the board. Bless you.
Thank you.
All right, so we have mixed number. These are two words that you need to know. Okay, you need to know what a mixed number is and what an improper fraction is. Okay, so I need a better example of a mixed number. Maricela? It's okay if you look over there and read it to me. It's fine.
It's a whole number and a fraction.
Okay, so a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction. For example, somebody give me a whole number.
7.
7? Okay, give me a fraction.
7.
What?
2 8.
2 8. That is a mixed number. Here we have a whole number, and here is a fraction. That is a mixed number. Okay. Anybody not understand what a mixed number is? Put it on that table. Thank you. There's no room. All right. You kind of don't get it? Okay. A mixed number has a whole number. So if you have 5 whole pizzas and a half a pizza, you would have 5 pizzas and 1/2 of a pizza.
Half of one is one.
Okay? Brantley, I'll teach. Thank you. Okay? All right. An improper fraction. What do you think? Does anybody know what improper means? In means not. Just to kind of give you a heads up. Because that's
Not proper fraction.
not proper. But what does proper mean?
Like correct. Equal.
Okay, Najee, like correct. Damien, is that what you were going to say?
Correct or common.
With their pinky up? Okay. In math, numbers aren't fancy. But yes, Maricela? It's a right. So improper would be the not right. Okay? So I don't want to say it's incorrect because that's not true, but it's it's an unusual fraction.
So like 7.
Now what I mean by that is a fraction is what? 2 8, right? Is the top number always smaller than the bottom number in a fraction?
Yes.
Always. Okay? The top number is always smaller than a bottom number in a fraction. No, because if you have it the same, it's always 1. Okay. So, if I have an improper fraction, what do you think that means? If the proper fraction is a small number on top and a big number on bottom, what do you think an improper fraction is? Isabel?
A big number on top.
Big number on top, small number on the bottom. So if I had 7/3 is an improper fraction. Because it's vice versa, right? Big number on top, small number on bottom. Is everybody clear on the difference between a mixed number and an improper fraction?
Yes.
Because we're going to take those mixed numbers now and we're going to make them improper fractions and vice versa. I need to know.
Vice versa.
Vice versa means opposite. So I need to be able to take 7 2/8 and make it an improper fraction. Or I need to take an improper fraction, 7/3, and make it into a mixed number. Okay, Gianluca? Improper fraction has a bigger number on top. So a bigger numerator. Smaller denominator. You need to be writing this down. Yep.
The numerator for 2?
Yep.
What was my mixed number in improper fraction?
Yes, sir.
I wrote that.
I'll pause the video so people at home don't have to wait for you guys to write.
Still recording. That's not
I know. Thank you.
No, she's not done yet.
Okay. So is everybody clear on what a mixed number and an improper fraction? What the difference is? All right. So our problem is.
Is it recording?
Our problem is Mr. Fox has 2 3/6 loaves of cornbread. Each loaf was cut into 1/6 size pieces. If he has 14 people over for dinner, is there enough bread for each person to have one piece? Okay, so the first thing we need to do is figure out if there are enough pieces for people. So if this was one whole, this is a whole, and this is a 6, right? Because it says here he has 2 3/6.
2, 3, 6.
Yes, Damien? I just turned the air conditioner on. Okay.
Can I sharpen my
Not right now. If he has 2 3/6 loaves of cornbread, okay? So I did that right here. So I did 2. Here's one loaf of cornbread. Here's another loaf of cornbread, and here's his 3/6. Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I need to cut this loaf, the whole loaf. Okay. That's like if Miss Fernley brought a sandwich in here, I'd have to cut it for you guys, right?
Why? You wouldn't have to.
Why wouldn't I have to cut it?
So we could all have lunch. So we could all have an even amount of pieces. Because
That would be a big
one,
sandwich.
How are we gonna get out? How are we gonna?
No,
wait. She didn't say to talk.
Okay. So what am I going to cut these loaves into? What size pieces? Tells me the problem. What size pieces do I need to cut it into? 1/6. Good. So I'm going to take this whole loaf of bread, which, excuse me, ends right there. And how many 1/6 pieces do you think I'm going to get out of a loaf of bread? If I have a whole loaf, how many pieces? If I cut it into 1/6, how many of them am I going to get? 6. Because 6/6 is a whole. Okay. Here's my other whole. We're going to cut into 6 pieces. Okay, and that is 6 over 6. Okay, so this is 3/6, right? Does everybody see how I did that? Take a look at that. So one loaf is 6 over 6. The second loaf is 6 over 6, and then I have 3/6 of a loaf. Now, how am I going to figure out if there's enough bread for everybody?
By subtracting.
Daniel?
By subtracting.
Nope. What were you going to say before, Najee? Hope it is Najee. Here's all my pieces.
I was gonna say, you need to see how many 1/6 are all together.
All together, good. So what does all together tell me to do?
Add.
And I'm going to add all my little pieces together. And what does all my little pieces together come out to be? Nope, not. You can't just say it out loud ever. We raise our hand. We're giving people time to think. Okay, Levi. 15. How do you know?
Because 6 plus 6 is 12, and then I add the other 3.
Okay, so 6 plus 6 is 12. And now the other 3 is 15 total pieces. Do I have enough for everybody to have a piece?
Yeah, you even have an extra. No.
Okay, if I have 14 people and I have 15 pieces, pieces. Do I have enough pieces?
Yes.
Okay. I even have one extra.
One extra.
One extra.
An extra for you. Quiet.
Okay, so that is one way to figure out mixed fractions and figuring out if you have enough of something. Maricela, can you sit up, please? Thank you. All right, here's another problem and a different way to see it. To weave a bracelet, Charlene needs 7 pieces of brown thread. Each piece of thread must be 1/3 yard long. How much thread should she buy to weave the bracelet? Okay, so take a look at that for a second.
What happened?
Okay, what do you think?
You have to.
Bailey?
You have to model 7 birds?
Okay, why 7/3 though?
Because. It's in the book.
I know it's in the book, but if it wasn't in the book and told you 7/3, how could you figure that out, Damien?
And she needs 7 pieces of brown thread, and they have to be 1/3 yard long. She's at 1/3.
So I need 7 pieces of thirds. Does that make sense how I got that? What's it called?
It's called mixed numbers.
No, it is not.
Improper number.
Again, an improper
Fraction.
Again?
Improper fraction.
Okay, so here we have 0. We have 1/3, 2/3. Let me just do it that way. Okay, and I want to make this into a mixed number. How do I make this into a mixed number? Come on, Dragon.
3/3 is a whole, so it's
There's one whole.
in a another 3/3.
Another 3/3 is another whole.
And it's it's 2/3.
Okay, so what is my mixed number? Trinity.
2 7 and 7/3.
No, I have 1 here. 1 and 1. How many holes is that? 2. And then what's my fraction?
1/3.
Okay, so that's another way to model how to do this. So now I'm going to show you something completely different, okay? All right. Where else? No, it's okay. So what we are going to do is I'm going to show you how most people, and when you get up higher up in grades, this is how you're going to use it, because you're not always going to have number lines or drawing pictures or whatever the case may be. So to go from a mixed number to an improper fraction, you're going to need to take notes on this. Okay, so let's say I have 3 2/5. Okay, watch me do it really quick, and then I will give you time to write the steps. Okay, do I have everyone's attention?
Yes.
Doesn't feel like it, Carolina. Thank you. Alexis. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is multiply the denominator, which is what? Top or bottom?
Bottom.
I'm not spelled denom. So I'm going to multiply the denominator by the whole number. So what two numbers am I going to multiply?
Denominator.
No, I know. What actual numbers on this problem am I
3
going to?
times 5.
3 times 5. Okay? So first thing I'm going to do is go 3 times 5. What does 3 times 5 equal?
15.
15. I'm going to add the product. What is a product?
Answer.
The answer to the multiplication problem. To the numerator. What is the numerator?
The top number.
Okay, so I'm going to add what two numbers? Maricela. 15 and 2. 15 plus 2 is what?
17.
17. And my denominator always stays the same. I can't. I don't know if it'll let me write down here. Yes.
That you write on there?
Okay, so the denominator stays the same. So what's my top number now? 17. What's my denominator?
5.
There's my improper fraction.
You guys get it?
I'll pause the video.
That's easy. I didn't understand it. Okay, it's still easy. No.
All right. So you need to know how to do these fractions in multiple ways. Okay. First of all, you need to know how to do it by adding. So if I have 2 and 1/4, how much is my whole worth? Brantley.
It would be 2 4
2 4 4? Nope. I mean, the way you're saying it is not right. What is my whole worth?
Oh, 4.
Okay. Mount Dragon?
No, whole worth is 4.
My whole worth is 4 what?
4 fourths.
4 fourths. And how many of those do I have?
2.
And then how many fractions do I have?
1.
Okay, 4 plus 4 is what?
8.
Plus 1 is?
9.
Okay, so you need to be able to solve it that way.
Like that?
You need to be able to solve it like that.
Wait.
If it asks you for a sum of parts, you need to be able to solve it like that.
So you're trying to tell me that. So, it's 4 fourths, but 2 plus 2 is 4, so you have to do 4.
No, where are you getting 2 plus 2 is 4?
I just don't get how you're doing that.
What is a whole?
Whole is 4.
If it was 3 and 1/5, what is a whole?
Whole is 5.
Okay, so 5/5, right? And how many holes do I have here? So how many times am I going to do it? 3 times. And then I'm going to add the fraction, right?
Yeah.
So what's my answer?
15, 16, add a 5. Oh, easy.
Okay. Now the other way. Okay, so what's my first step? Solving, 2 1/4.
Which one? I know.
What's my first step, Natalia?
2 times 2 times
2 times 4 is what?
8.
Okay, and then what's my next step, Terry? Nope, I multiplied. Now I need to do something else. Jenna.
8 plus 2?
No.
4.
8 plus 1 equals what?
9.
Over.
4. I can't see.
Hey, whiteboard.
Oh, I already wrote everything on my whiteboard just now.
First thing I want you to do is write me using sums. Okay, the addition.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to do 3 and 2/5. 3 and 2/5.
Make it a fraction?
Make it into an improper fraction
Okay.
using addition. Okay, now we're going to go from an improper fraction a mixed number. Okay, so if I have 12 fourths, if I have 12 fourths, 12 fourths. If I multiply to get here from a mixed number, what do you think I'm going to have to do to get back to the mixed number?
Divide.
Yep. If I multiply to get here, I'm going to have to do the opposite, which is,
Divide.
again, if I multiply to get here, I'm going to have to do the,
Divide. That's what I do.
thank you.
How many times can 12 go into 4? And that's how much I have to decide. And how much I have left to go into 4.
Yes. Okay, so step 1. I'm going to divide. The numerator, what's the numerator?
The one on the top.
Thank you. I'm going to divide the numerator by the denominator, which is the bottom number. In this case, I'm going to divide 12 by 4.
Have we done it in the testing? Or like A, B, and C? I thought we had.
Okay, what is 12 divided by 4? 4 times what is 12? 3. Okay, do I have any left over?
No.
So what is my answer?
3.
3 whole. Okay, let me know when you're done taking those notes.
Done.
Okay, if I have 15 fourths, what's my first step? Alexis.
This would be the first step.
There you go, Alexis. Okay, so what am I going to do first, Esme?
Got it.
What does that look like? 15 divided by 4. Okay, how many times can 4 go into 15?
3.
Okay, it can go in 3 times. 4 times 3 is?
12.
15 minus 12 is?
3.
Okay, so I have a remainder. Okay, my remainder is my numerator for my fraction. So then what would my answer be? Elise?
Since the remainder is the numerator, it would be 3.
So 3 and 3/4, right? This is my whole number. This is my numerator.
Oh, so it's a whole.
This is my denominator.
Oh. You put a 3 for the denominator.
Oh, I did, thank you.
Wait, what? I was about to say that. You times the bottom and the top one.
Okay, does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Who said no? You don't? Okay. We're going to do some practice stuff and then I'll work with you.